Hi everyone, my name is Juno. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is an MBTI personality type assessment of Niall Horan. When it comes to 16 personality types, they can be grouped into four main ones. The first one are sensor judgers, the second sensor perceivers, the third intuitive thinkers, and the last one intuitive feelers. To me, Niall Horan is a sensor perceiver, and I will explain why. Again, I have some notes on screen so I don't miss anything. Niall James Horan was born on September 13, 1993 in Ireland. He is now 28 years old. He is an Irish singer-songwriter and obviously was part of the One Direction boy band. They were put together in 2010 and they went their separate ways in 2015. Horan's music style has been categorized as soft rock and indie folk. He has an older brother named Craig. His parents divorced when he was 5 years old, so he and his brother lived with their mother for a year. After spending a year apart from their father, they later decided to move in with him. He attended St. Kenny's Natural School, a primary school, and Mary's College, a Catholic boys' school. Horan taught himself how to play the guitar when he was 11 years old by following YouTube tutorials. His aunt discovered his abilities one day when she was in the car and he was singing and she thought it was the radio, but it was him. And also he performed at the Mullingar Arts Center, so it was a center in his hometown. And with Horan is that he did not finish high school because he was like 16 or 17 years old when he was discovered on the X Factor, and he was obviously part of the band One Direction. Horan's debut album Flicker in 2017 debuted at #1 in Ireland, in the US, and reached the top 3 in Australia and the UK. The album's first two singles, This Town and Slow Hands, reached the top 20 in several countries. Horan's second studio album, Heartbreak Weather, was released in March 2020 and debuted at #1 in the UK, Ireland, Mexico, and at #4 in the US. So Horan enjoyed playing a number of sports growing up, for example, golf, soccer, and Gaelic football. In the summer 2010, while playing football with friends, he injured his knee, and he's had issues with this sort of a floating kneecap for a while, but he still enjoys, being physically active. In terms of business, Horan founded in 2016 Modest Golf. It's a golf management company that puts on a yearly tournament. He also is involved with the Northern Ireland Open. Again, it has to do with a golf event. In April 2018, Niall Horan opened up on about his diagnosis as having mild OCD and also his anxiety. And in terms of his, romantic life, he's dated American actress Haley Steinfeld in December 2017, and they broke up a year later in December 2018. He began dating a fashion buyer, Amelia Woodley, in 2020, and so he also said that in terms of his personal life, it's difficult for him to settle down, and he's not very good at it. So at least he's honest with in terms of the difficulty he's facing in terms of his romantic relationships. In terms of his philanthropic work, he has expressed his support for Black Lives Matters, and also when he was part of One Direction, he was part of the campaign that aims to end extreme poverty, tackle inequity, and slow down climate change. The band at that time also was part of Comic Relief. That was for people who obviously have issues with alcoholism and drug addiction. He also is part of the Irish Autism Action and UNICEF, and right now his net worth is about $70 million. So again, when it comes to sensor perceivers, the life unfoldment of Niall Horan is typical in the sense that at an early age he was interested in entertainment, and in his case, like, he started playing the guitar, he was actually taught himself the guitar at age 11, and he was involved in different plays at school, and he didn't finish high school, which is something that you'll see quite a bit with Sensor Perceive, in the sense that, especially when it comes to the entertainment business, is that you have to start early to have a shot at making it. So he took a chance at 16 years old, 17 years old. He participated in the X Factor, and I find that with Sensor Perceive, they are bold, they are risk takers, and they're not afraid of even like being, you know, in the public eye and having that pressure put on. It seems like they're the type of people who get like an adrenaline rush in taking chances. So that again is a typical of Sensor Perceivers. And when it comes to what he was really good at in terms of, you know, his guitar playing, be able to sing, but Niall Horan is known for being really good at picking up accents and be able to mimic others. And I think again that is typical of Sensor Perceivers as performers in general. But when it comes to Niall, if I compare him to, let's say, you know, Zayn Malik or even Harry Styles, is that he doesn't come across as empathetic or warm. So I would say that he's more of a mask energy compared to a feminine energy. It's not that he's cold, but he's not someone who seems to be like who can easily cry or who's very much in touch with his feeling. And he actually has said that in terms of his relationship, he is struggling because he has a hard time actually connecting on that level and be able to express himself. And that you'll see that quite a bit when someone is more left brain dominant than right brain dominant. And the other point also is that he's very much into sports, so he doesn't mind maybe getting injured. So he was, you know, he likes to play soccer and golf and so forth. And that is something you'll see more of people who are left brain dominant than right brain dominant. So in the how, let's say, if I look at Niall Horan, whether he is an introvert or extrovert, and actually I would lean more towards being an introvert, in the sense that in one of his interview, he said that he's not really comfortable being a celebrity. He thinks that he's just this normal guy, and you'll see that people who are introverts usually shy away from being seen all the time and being the center of attention. Yes, he has a solo career, he sings, but he's not actively trying to get attention. So I would say that he's most likely more of an introvert compared to with Harry Styles, who seems like to really come alive when we put the spotlight on him. So since I would type in mostly as an introvert, it means that his first function is an introverted one. Being probably a masculine energy means that he has introverted thinking as his first function. So I would actually type it more as an ISTP because of these reasons. So in other words, I would say that Niall Horan is very much a typical sensor perceiver, being attracted to entertainment, being active in terms of business as well, because he has created his own golf management company, which is something that most sensor perceivers will be drawn to. The fact that he has not finished high school, he went straight into the entertainment business. He's a risk taker. He's someone also who seems comfortable in terms of like picking up accents, be able to mimic others. So that is typical of sensor perceivers. When it comes to being a thinker, is that I think that he comes across as less empathetic, he's not the type of person who gets really emotional easily and cries, or he's not someone, let's say if you look at Harry Styles or even it says Zayn Malik, part of the One Direction, he doesn't cross like that. Yes, he is engaging, but not to that level. So I would say he's most likely more of a mask energy, and also because the fact that he's not someone who actually seeks the attention or the limelight, and he actually probably feels recharged by being by himself or alone. He's probably more of an introvert or extrovert. So I would say that being an ISTP is most likely his personality type. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this personality type assessment by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.